you can now see that the soldering has been done, and this is of course the next phase of it. The board that's on here is the same board that was on the previous video, so if you look you can see there's a pencil line, and there's maybe just a little bit of a pencil line there, which is the circumference that was drawn, and you could probably see on the previous video of the layout of the coils, and you can see this here. This is the space for each coil, which is drawn and comes all the way up to here, so you know that your coils are going to fit the circumference that it goes into before you try to assemble the whole thing. So you can see here that I've used like a multi-colour coded thing. Last time I used pretty much the same colour of tape for everything, but now a sort of lesson learned from previous was to actually easier if I use different colours. So I've got this earth, which is the origin point of the three-phase layout. So this is why there's a blue and a red and a white one, which has got an earth colour on it on one side, and there's the colour to meet it. And then of course there's a blue, there's a blue, there's a blue, there's a blue, then it outputs out, and the same for the white and for the red, and that's pretty much how it all follows through. So this helps to give you some pattern for when it's inside the cast and it's all done, and maybe something goes wrong and you want to follow what's going on. Then you can check the wires, and you can go, okay, this belongs to the blue line, or that belongs to the red line, there's some white there, and so on. So you can tell which wires through the resin belong to which coils. There's a white one there at each step of the way. As you can see, the meter is now showing some numbers on. That's a continuity test that I'm doing sort of off camera a little bit, but it's the same thing. It's the three wires that are coming off, trailing down, and I'm just making sure that the resistance between each sort of permutation of each colour together is showing the same result. Now it's also useful as while you're assembling it, you can also do a continuity test while you're actually doing each part of it to make sure that everything is conforming to what you'd expect, so you can check for short circuits and check for continuity and so on. So it should all be good by the time we get to this stage, and this is where we're ready to get it set up to go into the mould. This is obviously the mould. This is made of one sheet of 12mm ply. It's fairly straightforward. The centre here is what keeps the coils in position so they don't wander about once you have things in place and getting ready to be set inside as it's been cast, as it were. So this here is extended out the way for the holes to be drilled through, and this part here used to be a circle until like the extended bits. So that was a circle and that was a circle, then this was extended out for this, and this is how you attach it to the assembly. So once you're here, you can cut out two pieces of fiberglass this shape. One of these pieces goes on the bottom, so once you've got these cut, you can grease it all up, make sure nothing sticks, and then you can get some resin, pour it round, make sure it's just sort of wet, as it were, not overly wet. Then once that fiberglass is on place, you can get the coils and put them on and have the wires positioned down here. Now you can see this is where there's a cutout on the lid so the wires can get out. So once you've got the coils in place, it's time to fill the rest of the space up with the resin, and then the top layer of fiberglass goes on top of that. Now the top part is a bit, if there's any air bubbles caught anywhere, it tends to be, that's where the problem happens. You can try a few issues to sort that problem, but I tend to fix it if there is an issue afterwards, because it's actually a very easy fix, so I don't worry about it anymore. And so it's time to get the lid down, and here I've got like 36 screws all the way around. Just gently increase the pressure, and then once the lid's down properly, just leave it there until it's time to open it back up once the whole thing is set.